Okay, so what is view binding? So view binding is a feature that allows you to write view interactable code more easily, and whenever it is enabled for a project, it will generate a binding class for each XML layout file in that project. And in other words, it is a good replacement of find view by ID method. So let's see what and how it is better than find view by ID method. So first of all, we need to understand the working of find view by ID method. So find view by ID method will traverse the complete tree and find out the item which is matching with the ID. So suppose if we have n number of calls to the find view by ID method, then it will create uh, or it will traverse the complete tree n number of times, and that's the huge wastage of the machine cycle, and that drastically reduces the application performance. So view binding is a solution to this problem, and view binding will resolve this problem. Okay, so now let's understand how view binding is going to work. So let's understand the view binding with this example. So suppose we have an layout file. So file name is layout underscore name.xml, and in this layout file we have the root view as the linear layout, and it is a view group, and it contains 3 view items. So first is the text view, and it has an ID name, and then we have an image view, and there is no ID for this, and we have a button with the ID pattern. Okay, so let's see how the binding class of this XML layout file will look like. Okay, so the class name will be convert the name underscore name to the camel casing naming pattern. So the name is layout underscore name. So in the camel case, we will make the first letter to the uppercase, and others keep as lowercase, and the name separated by the underscore will be shown in the class name using this camel case pattern. Okay, so we have different names, layout name, and we have a binding attached to the end of the class name. Okay, so for this layout underscore name.xml layout file, we will have a binding class of the name layout name binding. So this is the class name. Now let's see what are the variables in this layout file, in this layout binding file or a binding class. So we have a text view with the ID name in this layout file. So we will have a variable with the name as name, and variable type will be text view, and we will have a button variable for of the type button for this button element. And notice one thing, that there will be no variable in this class for the view items which is not having any ID. So this image view has no ID, and there is no reference for this image view. Now we have understood what is view binding and how view binding will generate a binding class. So now let's start with the implementation part. Okay, so first of all, we will have to make some changes to this app level build.gradle file. In this Android part, we will add a build feature. So let's move to the end of this Android part, and I'll add build features here. So build features, and make view binding true. Okay, so this will enable view binding for our project. Now just click on sync now, So our project is synced. Now just close this build.gradle file. Now first we will look at the layout file. So we have this layout file activity main, which has an root layout, linear layout, compact, and we have two view elements in it, text view with the id result and a button with the id speak. So now let's move to the Java code. We need to make some changes here. So first of all, we will create a reference for the binding class. So the binding class name will be activity main binding. Activity main binding. So this is the binding class generated. Now I'll create a reference as binding. Now initialize this reference before this set content view method. So activity main binding, and we will use static method inflate to inflate our view, and we have to pass the layout inflator here. Just pass it. Now we have to make some changes to this set content view method. Remove this and pass the root element to get root. So this binding class dot get root method will return the root view element, so which need to be assigned in this set content view method. Now we can access the view items directly using this binding class. As you can see, we have text view as result and button as stick, and they have the same type as the view item has. Now let's try one thing. Change this id to the text, and let's see what's happened now. So binding dot, okay, so as you can see, the variable name is changed for the text view and it is text now, and the speak is as it is. So this will create the variable same as the name of the id. Now let's see how we can use view binding in case of fragment. So first of all, I will add a fragment. I'll choose blank fragment, and defaulting as it is. This is just for testing. So now I'll remove this unnecessary codes to make look simpler. So now we will override on view created method. On view created, and this method will be called after this on create view method, and it will pass a view item in this method, which is the representation of this layout file. Now the binding class will be fragment blank binding for this, and we will create a reference for this, and this time we will use bind method to bind a already inflated view with a binding class. So bind method is used for binding views, and we will just pass the view here, and that's it. Now we can access the layout elements from the layout file using this binding class directly, and we do not need to use find view by id method. So actually there is no item with a particular id, so I'll just assign a id to this text view id, and let's give it as intro. Okay, so just move to the Java code and just check it, and you can see we have this variable named as intro and of type text view. So that's it. Use view binding and replace the find view by id method. So thanks for watching. Visit our blog. This is the URL codevedanam.blogspot.com. And if you learn something new from this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to Code Vedanam for further new videos. Thank you.